Hey guys, RCTV. Today I've got a review on a Fatshark Teleporter V3 headset. So everything you get in the box, you get the headset itself, the receiver which is in the headset, you get the transmitter, the camera, the power supply, the battery, the discharge adapter, and the AV cable if you want to show it up on a monitor. And I'm not sure why it's not listed on here, but you get these dipole antennas which are alright for RC cars, but if you're using quadcopter like I am, then you really need a pair of spiral antennas, which is what I have. They're way better, and they give you longer range and they're more stable and there's not as much breakup. So to put them in, you just screw it onto here and screw it onto the headset, and they'll tighten up, and then you can just bend them up vertically. They need to be vertically because, well, that's just how they're meant to be, and that's how you get the best video signal. Also, this case is really nice. I'd always put your goggles in there whenever you're not using them. And also, yeah, these goggles are they're right at the bottom of the chain, so these are the worst ones that you can get, but they're still great for starters. If you're intermediate, then I get something like, you know, the Dominator HDs or something, and they're not compatible with the head tracker. There's no connection for it, and you can change out the receiver by getting into here. By undoing these screws, you can take the whole thing apart and replace the lenses and everything. So if we take a look at the video goggles, so you have this this connection here for a direct power supply, which it doesn't come with a cable for, but I think you can probably buy it separately. You've got several different features. Firstly, you've got the on and off switch. That's for just so you can leave the battery plugged in, which is there. That's where the battery goes. You sort of slip it in like this. It's 1000 milliamp, by the way. So you put that in there, then that plugs into there, and you get a display. This is your headphone jack if you want to just hear the whirring of motors. This button here, if you press it down, it changes the screen size, so it can go from widescreen, so you see everything, but it's not as large vertically, or you can have it zoomed in and see and fill up the whole screen. This is select your channel, so you can get rid of any interference, and this is volume if you're wearing headphones, and you can push the buttons side to side and up and down to adjust the picture contrast, like the colours, and they're pretty nice. I mean, I do find that they sort of slip down a tiny bit and it makes the picture go a bit blurry, but you can kind of adjust that by just tightening it, and they're pretty comfy, so I quite like them. Here you have the transmitter. Ignore the Velcro, that's just for my drone setup. It does get really hot, so make sure to attach it somewhere that gets a lot of airflow. So this is a balanced power supply, which has a connection for a 2S, 3S or 4S battery, so it's pretty compatible with any batteries really. You just plug it in here like that and it'll all slot in, and then you just put that there and then plug a battery in. I just ordered another one of these batteries because the 3S connection with mine didn't work for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's fine now. So you also get some nice stickers here for any of you guys that want stickers. They're there. you get this camera. Now about the camera, this is really good for the size. You get a nice little lens cover here, and you can sort of focus it a bit here. That's the micro SD card slot, and start and stop recording. This is a cable connection that just plugs into the transmitter quite nicely. Just slots in there, and it needs power from the power supply, otherwise you can't record or anything. So once you've got all this and a battery plugged in, you want there's a red LED somewhere on here, I think that's it, and you need that to be solid, otherwise if it starts blinking after a couple of seconds, it means the battery you're using doesn't work, so you won't get a solid connection. So I've got this battery here. So we plug this in to the 2S port, and you can see here the light stays solid red, and the camera light is red as well. So it's all on. Just plug this into the side here, and we've got an image. I don't know if you can see, probably not, but let's try this. Like, kind of, not really, but you can change it from wide to not wide, that button, and it's a pretty solid connection. Like, I can take it all the way into my garden and not really get like any breakup at all. So the picture quality inside the goggles, it's not great, it's not that immersive. It's like you know how with old TVs you could see all the sort of lines and the pixels, it's a bit like that. So when you're about 70-80 meters up and you're filming houses, they'll just sort of be kind of pixels, and, well, no, not pixels, but you won't really be able to make out which houses are which. You can buy a cable which has a micro USB connection on the end. I got mine from firstpersonview.co.uk, I think, and it's really good. You just plug it into the side of a GoPro, and this was attached. It broke just as I started the video, but it would otherwise be connected in there, and then you can just plug it straight in, and it's 100% ready to go. And with the GoPro, you get a whole OSD with like it tells you the frame rate, the resolution, your battery, whether you've got Wi-Fi on or off, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. With the Pilot HD, you don't get an OSD. All you get is the time duration that you're recording, if you are recording. So yeah, that's all good. One thing I forgot to add is that on the side here you have connections for a pivot, so you can have like pan and tilt, which is really good as well. That's pretty much all there is to say. The way you charge this battery, you get this discharge thing, which you I don't have the plug for it. I think you can hold it onto a 9-volt battery to jump start it, but I don't really have any connections to charge it, so I bought a charger for it. This is provided by Fatshark. You get all different connections for different plugs, and you just plug it in to a wall plug, and once the light will go red when it's charging, and once it goes green it's fully charged. One thing that's really important, whatever you do, do not face the lenses into sunlight, because these lenses here, they're like massive magnifying glasses, so they can burn out the pixels inside the video goggles, and yeah, that will damage it in the long term. So that's about all there is to say. If you're using aerial, make sure to get spiral nets instead of these dipole ones. They're useless. So yeah, please like, subscribe and favourite, and I'll have another video soon hopefully.